I want to welcome you guys back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, that website is theclinicaltrialsguru.com. In my opinion, the best place to produce content for study participants or research professionals. And today's video is going to be for the research professionals out there, and it's going to be about Delegation of Duties Log. So if you guys have worked on clinical trials before, you've no doubt heard the term delegation of duties. And if you look in the regulatory binder of every single study, you're going to see a delegation of duties log. And I just wanted to talk about the importance of this log, why it's necessary, and why it can protect you as a research clinic. So, in the clinical trials industry, there's oftentimes many different people working on one trial at a research clinic. Even at small sites, for example, my clinic, South Coast Clinical Trials, one of our clinics, and this is our largest one, has about 8 people at any given time working on a trial. And there may have been others before them, because trials last a long time these days. There's some trials that last 3-4 years before they're actually closed out, even longer. So it's not uncommon to see like 15 people on these delegation of duties logs. So what is a delegation of duties log? It's just like it sounds. It's in every protocol there's going to be all kinds of procedures. And different people conduct different procedures. For example, who's going to do the informed consent? Who's going to draw the blood? Who's going to collect the labs? Who's going to process the labs? Who's going to collect vital signs? Who's going to do different rating scales? The list goes on. There may be like hundreds of different procedures. The delegation of duties log is going to list who's doing what, and who's been trained to do what, and who's been trained by the principal investigator to do what. And each time you add a sub-investigator or a research coordinator to that study, you must add that person's name on the delegation of duties log. They must be assigned different tasks by the PIs, and those duties must be written down on the delegation of duties log. In addition to that, what I like to do at South Coast Clinical Trials is to have a written documentation of protocol training. So just general protocol training, not necessarily delegation of duties, but it's related to that. So anytime there's a new staff member added to a study, the PI and his staff are in charge of retraining that coordinator or that sub-investigator, whatever it may be. The monitor or the CRA can also train these new people. So regardless of who does it, and obviously the more training one person gets, the better he or she is going to learn the new trial. But it's got to be documented, and as you know in research, if it's not documented, it didn't happen. So delegation of duties log, extremely important. It shows due diligence on the site's part as far as training staff members, making sure everyone knows what they're doing, and making sure everyone who's doing whatever it is he or she is doing is trained and certified for doing that stuff. Hopefully this helps. Let me know your thoughts on delegation of duties log. I've been dealing with it a lot these days because there's a lot of new studies, a lot of new staff members, and a lot of exciting stuff, a lot of growth in the clinical trials industry these days. Big shout out to our Clinical Trials Guru producers. If you don't know what that is, check it out on my blog, theclinicaltrialsguru.com/producers. If you want to be a producer, it's $99 for a lifetime membership. You get all kinds of stuff. You get promotions mentioned in every video, links to your site. You get to submit as many posts as you want with links back to your site. These are what I call sponsored posts. That's a $25 value in and of itself for every post. There's so many benefits, and I'm only accepting 100, and that's it. When I'm done with 100, I'm sorry. There's no more producers after that. And these are lifetime producers, so you pay $99 once, and you get it for life. Sarah Elizabeth Siegler, Resolve Research Solutions, Accurate Clinical Trials, Erdhart Clinical Trials, PTNR, Patrick Stone, FDA Lawyers, Biopharm System, Breakthrough Clinical Trials, and South Coast Clinical Trials. Thanks a lot, and this is Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com talking about delegation of duties log. Thank you very much.